We can all agree the weather's been a bit less than ideal lately, but what's in store for Christmas this year and the coming summer months? I am now joined by Chris Brandolino from NIWA. Chris, what can we expect?
Yeah, look, it's been a wet, humid sort of start to summer for parts of the country, and as we look ahead to the Christmas period, I'm optimistic. That's probably the best way to phrase it. And here's why I'm optimistic. So what we're looking at here is we're expecting good weather and not so good weather to take shape over the next week, right till Christmas. So at the moment, we've had this area blue, and this is air pressure, and the air pressure has been causing the low air pressure, I should say, the rain, the humidity, and the kind of unsettled weather. Hitting pause as we get closer to Christmas around the 22nd, so this is next week, you can see this red. That's settled weather. That's high pressure. So as I like to tell people, high pressure brings happy weather. Low pressure brings lousy weather. It's a good way to remember it. You can still see this blue lingering a little bit to our north. Keep that in mind. Let's bookmark that. But generally, the weather should be improving middle part of next week, getting closer to Christmas. And then finally, Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, Boxing Day, so the Christmas period, I'm expecting the best chances for settled weather to be over the South Island, maybe even the lower North Island. But you see that blue to the north, because it is so close, we can't let our guard down. So I'm not as optimistic, still slightly optimistic, that the upper North Island, we have to keep our guard up for the potential for maybe some showers. Hopefully not on Christmas Day, but it's something we'll have to keep in mind. So in summary, most optimistic for the South Island, still optimistic for the upper North Island, but just not as much, okay? Now, in terms of temperature, I do think we are going to see some warmer temperatures return. So here we go. It's been warm, it's been humid. We've had this gooey sort of air mass, not very, pleasant. Bad hair days, if you have the hair like myself, or losing the hair. You can see the red is warmth, right? The red is warmth, the blue is cool. So unusually warm, unusually cool. And notice next week, we do see some blue for the east of the South Island, so it's maybe going to turn a little bit cooler. But as we get closer to Christmas Eve, as we get closer to Christmas Day, hitting pause around the 25th, Christmas Day, well, it's Christmas Eve, close enough. What's a day amongst friends?
Nice warm up here as well.
Exactly, yeah, good spotting. Warming up, maybe the exception, the east of the North Island where some coolness may kind of linger. And the reason is we have been having a lot of easterly winds, so places like Gisborne, Hawke's Bay, if the air is coming off the water and not off the land, that's going to keep things kind of cool, kind of damp. But you can see on Christmas Day, a lot of the Motu has at least some red shading, so I think temperatures will have a warm tilt, a bit of a warm lean for Christmas Day and hopefully dry.
That's good.
It is really good. Let's hope it plans out and it works out that way, Yeah. And one last thing is that if you plan on maybe taking a dip into the sea, Christmas Day and in that basically Christmas New Year period, this is ocean temperatures, and this is showing us where it is unusually warm, the red, or even unusually cool, the blue. Now, things have really warmed up, so the message is that our ocean temperatures around the country should be a little bit warmer than average, maybe even more than just a little bit warmer than average. So if you're a fan of warmer ocean temperatures relative to the time of year, looks promising for the Christmas New Year period.
Is it at all a sign of maybe what's to come this summer, or can we expect a really nice, bright, sunny summer?
I do think much of the country will be warmer than average. It's just that warmer than average may come at night, not during the day. So those places are on the east of the North Island especially, and maybe the east of the South Island, Canterbury, where the warmer than usual weather, it doesn't happen when the sun's out, it happens when the sun is down, it's nighttime. But I think if we're going to be concerned about dryness and drought, things like that, we're going to have to watch the west of the South Island, the interior part, and even maybe the lower part and the southern part of the North Island.
Well, I guess time will only tell, but fingers crossed we do get a nice, beautiful summer this year and Christmas Day.
I sure hope so.
I think
we
we're
like
all
to keep
hoping.
the people happy.
Yes, for sure. Hey, thank you so much for sharing your predictions with me.
My pleasure. Thanks.
Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel to stay up to date with all the latest news from the New Zealand Herald. Click the subscribe button below or check out one of the videos here and head over to nzherald.co.nz for more details on these stories and more.